underway at this Paul Ricard circuit, and I'm here with Lee tonight, as always. How you doing, Lee?
I'm alright. Looking a bit forward to this. It's always quite a damn phone. This track, it sometimes appears like it's a bit like a go-kart track, just with the many different sort of layouts of it. You know, so
Yeah.
and there's plenty of runoff, so I'm hoping that we don't see a lot of people crashing out in that.
No, I know what you mean. I really... Well, hopefully there won't be so much because of the massive runoff, and it is quite a wide circuit, to be honest. We've got Bugs Bunny, who's retired from the session, and he hasn't put his setup on.
That's alright, as long as he doesn't leave the pit, so it's fine. Parc fermé rules don't come into effect then, don't they?
Yeah, I think that's probably right, actually. As we've got 19 drivers tonight, and sticking out like a sore thumb, we have not got Dark Stomper tonight, so someone can grab the win away from him for sure tonight. The other little twist we've got, which we haven't had since about round, let's think, it's about round 10, I think, for the Sakia Grand Prix, the Bahrain Short, when we had a driver's point of view perspective, which we're going to have from Cons tonight, as we actually see Cons coming out of the pit lane as we say that. And so we'll drop in with Cons a little later on. He's just started with no traction control now, so we'll give him some time to have a little practice in qualifying. Let's hope he does quite well, as he's been picking up the pace on his way, as we said, for a few weeks now. So we've got Mars Lee out on track as well, coming down the first of two DRS straights on this circuit. Obviously the second on the start-finish straight, but that is actually activated before the start-finish line. So technically that would be the second second DRS line. Would you not say, Lee?
What? Sorry, I'm just looking at the tyres right now, and it's showing Milan Massimo's on the inters, but he's not left the pits yet. That's just...
Maybe you know something other people... Yeah, I can see it now as well. Yeah, that is interesting. I wouldn't usually put the tyre up in Q1, just for the fact that we usually know what tyres these drivers are going to be going on in Q1. With it being Q1, it's usually the soft tyres, and we use the medium and the soft in Q2 to try and get their way into Q3 on those tyres, start the race in the top 10. We're just seeing Mars start his lap. I think one of the Ferraris, or is it an Alfa Romeo? It is. It's Beckett who's starting the lap. And talking about Ferraris, got Phoenix ahead of him into turn 2, and out of turn 2 we go now, and down the hill into this complex part of sector 1, and Phoenix really hasn't done the Alfa Romeo any favours there, with slightly getting in the way in the first part of the lap as he's coming along towards the DRS straight. That wasn't very good from the Ferrari driver, I must say.
I mean, looking at Milan, he's actually out of the pits on them intermediates, so that's a bit... I'm confused. Is there something that he knows that we don't?
Well, the only ever reason I would see people out on the I really don't know why he's on the intermediates. Just needs to be careful of traffic, because there is some coming up behind him. I'm not sure how many are on laps. Got a Mercedes there, and he's just pulling to the inside just to go around the right-hander at the end of the long start-finish straight, the long back straight, with obviously the chicane right in the middle of it. But yeah, those inch tyres are a bit confusing, I must say.
Yeah, it's confusing me a wee bit, to be honest. I mean, I would expect that if there was, like, not gonna lie, I've done it myself, and when there was, like, pretty much a guaranteed chance of getting through, but there's 18 drivers, there's like 3 people that could get knocked out. But as you see, he's coming into the pits now. But as you see, Mars, Beckett and Gods have all finished a lap.
So we've got a few drivers out on laps at the moment. Cons has just started his lap. We've got Mr. BT, who isn't on an out lap, so I think he's going again because he invalidated his first time in the racing point. Obviously we've got Phoenix in Ferrari, who may have held up the Alfa Romeo of Beckett earlier in this session, but he's on a lap at the moment, taking the chicane rather well there, I must say, Lee. And heading down towards the flat-out right-hander at the end of this back straight. Got Carl, that's now not on a lap because he has invalidated his lap time. We're going to see some drivers coming across the line. We've got Tim, who has also invalidated his lap time, and Tim needs to have a really good race here today, Lee, I think, because he could really snatch some decent points off Dark Stomper today. 26 to be precise, if you can get the best out of his race.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's still quite a fair gap between them, but you could really bring that right down. You see, Phoenix is putting a 1 minute 30. Ooh, it's not really a good time compared to his other competitors. Could just be just warming up, as I've done that myself. First lap, it's just always a bit scruffy for myself at times.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You see Mr. BT come across the line, goes second fastest, 28.8. Obviously watch out for this driver in the race as well, but Rue getting up there, Liam setting a decent lap time at 28.330, and leading the timing sheets by quite some margin, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, about half a second he's leading it by.
Yeah.
Might do this. What is it? Gap to leader, there we go. Oh, and we're getting some comments in. Give me 2 secs, folks, and I'll be right with your comments. Oh. Right, 2 seconds. Wait, going.
No worries. We'll just wait for Lee to sort out those comments. We've got some drivers out on laps. I say that they've all invalidated their laps as to speak. And Cons is struggling on the on his lap. Actually, we'll just talk to Cons if that's all right. As he's just about to come into the pits, I think, struggling there.
No comment.
I don't think there's any comment from Kieran there, but he is struggling with that 1:57.918. Actually, if Kieran can hear us, I would just say make sure before we do talk to you, actually, to put your make sure your mic settings are right for everyone to be able to hear you.
Just need to put a wee message out there for people to say as if my mic is better, as I was getting information it was echoey a bit. So that was on my stream. So I'll find out. It's not yours, it's mine.
I will say, yeah, we will just say there is 2 streams tonight for a specific reason. Yeah, if you just turn your headphones down a little bit, Lee, the echo should go.
Yeah, I've done that and turned my microphone level up a wee bit as well to sort of
wait,
balance
might
as well.
Be,
I hope that's fine. Bugs Bunny, if you're...
That might be a little bit better. It's hopes I've turned my microphone down a little bit. Anyway, yeah, we've got 2 streams tonight. My internet wasn't great yesterday, and I'm not trusting it so much today. It probably will be alright. But we'll just have 2 streams tonight on Limitless DxT, both from me and Lee. But obviously, on some aspects, you'll get 2 different perspectives of racing, and potentially, Lee, you may just stick with a couple of drivers in the race, maybe, and you can commentate on one, and we'll switch around. We won't have to skip to 2 different things, you know.
Oh.
We'll both have. Oh, Tim was on the edge. I think that's what Lee caught there as well.
Yeah, it looked like he bellied out a little when he kind of went off track, and it just unsettled the car a bit, and it just built put into the wall. He's lucky that the game slows him down going into the pits.
Is he coming in the pits there with a bit of frustration? I think Lee, just because obviously hasn't got a lap time in yet, and talking about lap times, Rabbi sort of 29.178. So that midfield is getting quite close, and I'm sure it'll get a little closer. We've got Beckett coming out the pits now. Obviously, he probably had his lap a little hampered last time out, and we'll hope he can get a better lap in this time out with 7 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the session. We've got Phoenix out on another lap as well. We still have 5 drivers not to set a lap yet, though.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a weird one. Went about, what, just over 10 minutes now?
Yeah.
And we've only still got 5 more to put laps in. I mean, on this track you're constantly trying to push the limit because you can take so much out of the car on some of these corners, so it is quite easy to just extend that track limits just that wee bit too much and just screw up your whole lap. To be honest, I've done it plenty of times. Last corner and then just pow, invalidation. I'm like, oh, raging.
Would anyone let us know quickly if the echoing has got better or stopped? If not, I think it's usually on my stream that's alright. Lee, would you just take over for 2 seconds?
Yes, no worries at all. So, let's see. We've got Milan, who's on a lap right now as he's coming around turn 12 onto 13. Here he is coming into the penultimate corner. Last corner, and they're nice, keeping it in tight. Back on the power. DRS is wide open. Let's see what time he's going to put in. He goes 8th fastest with a time of 1 minute 29.4. So let's see, is Carl or Marshall who's next? It'll be Carl who is the next person to set a lap. This corner here always reminds me of like turn 1 at China. Oh, getting a bit too much on that curve there at turn 12, I think it was there. And then enough loses it. Then turn 15, taking that apex quite tight there. Let's see, where is this going to put him? Up in 8th place with a 29.2. Only 58 thousandths of a second off of 7th place. Where did Marshall go? He went 9th with a 129.3, so quite close between these guys here in 7th, 8th and 9th. And 6th as well, actually.
I am back, Graham. Sorry about that.
Back again.
Thanks for taking over. I was still here. I was trying to listen to what you were commentating on, trying to keep up.
Sorry, I just started singing there.
As we see, okay, Lee. As we see, Owen Grover, who's as we see Tim top the standings. And that is an impressive lap. He's up there with Rue. He's a fellow countryman, and he's definitely put in a decent lap there. 2/10 faster than the next position.
Yeah, it was quite a quick time there, to be honest. I don't think I'd be able to get near that. In all honesty, I am quite terrible at this track. So we're just waiting on one more person to settle up, and that's we'll just say Styles. It's Styles still to settle up.
That was my fault. I do apologise. I usually never have my phone on now. That is a rare mistake for me.
Oh, that meant in trouble. That's it. Phone's confiscated. Joe, you mind taking over for 2 seconds? I just need to
sure.
go to the loo.
As we see, we've only got one driver who's not set a lap yet, apart from Bugs Bunny. And just seeing Cons on a lap again, still starting to struggle. Get on the power, mate! And I think he can hear me. And he's just see how he does on his lap. We'll probably have no talking to this. We'll just have a listen. This is definitely seeming like a much better lap from Cons. We'll see what sort of time he can put in a few corners time. He's got his fast teammates tonight. He's still in the pits and not going to set a lap at all in this session by the looks of things with the time on the clock. Shift up early, Kieran. We'll see what time Kieran can do. Is he going to get him through? He does. He goes up to 12 for 129.491. It's a bit out of shape out of turn 2. Kieran, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
How was that lap?
It was good. I messed up a few bits, but hopefully I'm through.
With 13th, you've got a few drivers on that trip. Drismic on a lap, and said your teammate is in the pits and not looking like he's gonna be able to get out. So I think actually, Kieran, you are actually through already.
That's good. Hopefully I can set a decent lap next quality. Hopefully.
You seemed a lot more confident on that lap than you did do last time. I did have a little check last time. You did seem a lot more confident. Anyway, we'll get back to you a little later, or maybe into Q2. Thanks anyway. As we've got a few drivers about to start their laps. We've got Drismic about to finish his lap. I've got a little tow from Milan Massimo ahead, who's going to set a lap, but doesn't need to. He doesn't get to the line in time. And Drismic comes across the line in 16th place. That is the end of qualifying. Phoenix didn't make the line either. And the line has been extended. Last year now, it was extended for the game a little bit further down, a couple of hundred metres. So, more than a couple of hundred metres, actually. It's 300 or 400 metres. So it does take you a little longer to start your lap, and it has caught out a couple of these drivers today. So that is the end of qualifying 1. As we see Iron Marshall come across the line, doesn't improve and stays 11th place. Got H. Bosworth coming across the line as well. He's in 5th at the moment, and he slows up to the line. Doesn't mean to finish his lap. He's just seeing how fast he can go. Maybe had a bit more pace than probably. Didn't want to show the other drivers. Got not Luke Beck, who's coming across the line. Needs to be a little bit careful there, and not to go into the wall. So you see, not Luke Beck, 94, is in 6th place to the end of Q1. So to go through the Q1 classifications, we've got the top 3 of Tim, Rue and Gods. And in the bottom 4 tonight, we've got Drismic, Phoenix Bugs Bunny had a qualifying ban, and Styles is in 19th and didn't set a lap time. The only man not to set a lap time in this session.
So, let's see on to Q2. We'll see who is going to be the ones going through into the top 10.
So, I don't know if you saw, Kieran did get through, but we did speak to him at the end of Q1 there. He did set in a 20, it was a 29, it was a mid 29, I'm not sure of the other number, but it was a big improvement from his 57, was it? So, yeah, he's in to Q2. Fair play, I think this is his first race with.
What just broke?
That was my chair.
Did that just break?
No, it always comes off. It's like I don't know really what it is. It's like it has no purpose. I don't really know what it is. But it falls off. I put it back on and it falls off again. So
I thought it was
on
like
the back of the chair.
I thought it was like a plate or a mirror or something that's just shattered. So let's see who is first out.
Got a racing point out of the garage. Got Mr. BT. Got a few other drivers out on their out laps.
Beckett.
It does seem like it's a bit of a queue forming up actually already. In Sector 1, start of Sector 2.
Yeah, I could see that between Alfa Romeo, the McLaren and the Mercedes. But I'll start opening up as they get into Sector 3 once the tyres and that are warming up.
So we're just seeing some of these drivers. Some of them are already out on the soft tyres, Lee.
That's kind of pretty bold. I mean, but then they could be wanting to just save them the medium compounds for the rest. I mean, sometimes it is a better strategy to sort of to save a set of tyres for the end rather than waste them in qualifying. I mean, I've seen myself do it a couple of times. Instead of going out on a fresh set in like Q3, for instance, I would save that set for the race. See, everybody's starting to back up now, so they could all get some clean air.
You might see some drivers though trying to get a tow, Lee, I think.
Is it worth it though? I wouldn't think so.
3, technically there's a chicane in the middle of it. It is one straight, but they call it sort of 2. It's not really. But there is 3 really long straights here.
Yeah.
Especially around that flat out right hander as well. You could really get a good tow down there. But it all depends. You could get a distant tow. It still somewhat works from about a second and a half behind. It's just depending on what driver you are behind, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them, like, sometimes it just depends on the circuit. Bloody hell.
You're right.
My mouth words just went away from me. So it just depends on the track. Like Austria and Monza, they're like highly recommended for it. This track, it's sort of, you need to position yourself properly. As you see, Beckett's just putting a 138 point something that I can't see, because 130.1 on the mediums, Judge Santi on the softs 129.1, Tim 129.0 on the mediums, Mr. BT 129.1 on the mediums also, Rob 29.8 on the mediums also.
Just seen Judge Santi really well getting out of the way there, and it's actually, just for drivers listening, I didn't know if you knew this, Lee, there is actually an escape road. It turn it turn 3 actually, between turn 3 and turn 5. Did you know that?
Is that?
There is.
Oh.
And it's got directional arrows, so I've used it before, and it only gives you a corner cutting warning, as long as you don't obviously take it full speed and stick pretty much between. It does narrow.
In all honesty, I think a lot of the times when you get the warning, it's bull, to be honest.
It is, yeah, because sometimes you have to
like move out
back
the way.
out of situations and use. Hopefully, they may sort this out for 21. I think two things realistically need to happen. I think there needs to be like a system where like lap 1 is a bit more lenient than any other lap.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that all, you know, even if they add the ones that are still there, you know, like Russia turn 2 and this track, and you know, like Monza at the end of into the second chicane.
Mm-hmm.
If you run through them, it shouldn't give. You know, as long as you're going like half speed or something.
You know what? There's one thing I don't get about the Monza at the second chicane, is that if you're going along the escape road, near the end, there's actually one of them sleeping policemen right across it, and you're like, that's not there in real life.
Over it.
Like in real life, that would absolutely, like, totally damage the floor of the car. So it's not right.
But there are a few other ones that, you know, you want to be able to use them, but you know it's just going to give you turn 1 at Monza, for example. That's a good one that should be able to be used, and make sure the chicane is actually well enough that you can actually slalom through it.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I don't know why we're starting to talk about track limits. I feel like real life.
but
it is.
There is one thing that I really want for the next game, and that's the, what do you call it? Quick pit stops in qualifying.
Can't do it.
Like, it's how?
Well, you could do it if there was enough fuel, but you couldn't do it if there was, because anyway, regulations in real life say they can only refill cars in garages. It's the rule.
That's bad games.
So they can't actually. I know I've always shouted this lane, but then I realised it's actually an impossible thing. But I agree. I think the pit crews could be a bit quicker getting you in the garage.
Yeah.
Or feel like they could be a little bit quicker. But these are little nitty gritties. But I definitely think track limits is a big one for me with the game, and the consistency on penalties as well. With, you know, the 5 seconds.
I mean, I've noticed that, like, if you're on like a 5-lapper race, it's only 2 seconds you get. Then I think it's like 25 and 50% races, it's 3 seconds, and then if it's 100%, you get 5 seconds, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's like in real life, but they get one more warning than us in real life. And to be fair, I know, not comparing the fact that we are playing a game, but their track limits are much more lenient than we get on strict. Regular is, there's no middle ground. I wish there was a middle ground between regular and strict. We'll stop talking about controversy of F1 2020 in a minute, and we will go back to the game, but we don't really do this very often. So it's quite nice. Actually, we will go back. Tim is on the front row with Mr. BT, actually, on the medium tyres. We've got Judd in third. We've got Rue, we're on board with there. He's gone into 4th place on the medium tyres. Looking like everyone is wanting to use those medium tyres pretty much, though.
Yeah, it looks like there's a few that have put in the laps on the mediums, but is it worth it in the end? Is it going to give you a lasting advantage in the race? You know, is the overcut worth it?
Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I do. I think the mediums are a better tyre here. I'm pretty sure about that. But we'll have to see anyway. You never know, there could be safety cars, even though it's quite rare around this circuit.
Yeah, it's... Oh, I need to get that off. There we go. Yeah, it's not very often you do see a safety car here with it being that wide of a track.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry about that.
I just went...
Man's kicking off. I don't know if you could hear him.
I thought I heard something. It wasn't until you mentioned it. I was like, oh wait, that's what that noise was. But only 2 people have yet to set a time, and here's the look back coming out the pits now. I just realised Rab and Dresmack are cars 21 and 22. So right next door to each other. Number neighbours.
Did not know that actually.
So the next person to set a time is going to be Luke Beck by the looks of things up to now. Everybody else is staying in the pits for the next minute or 2. So, question for you.
Yes?
How did you find the weekend's race?
That's my answer.
Just
No,
deep
do you know what
sigh.
my answer is?
What?
If I had a 3-word race review,
Go for it.
sack TV director.
Yeah. Oh my god, that infuriated me. I was raging. I was absolutely raging. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Sorry.
It was like right up. It was like halfway up that when they're side by side, and boom, we'll go to bloody, was it Gasly or Sonoda jumping over a curb. You're like, bro, you didn't even crash. Come on. He's like, oh my god. And then again, like, what was it, 5 minutes later, the exact same again, when we went to go and see it again. I think we went and had to actually go into the YouTube highlights of it and actually see it that way.
Sorry, Lee, bear with me 1 second. Sorry, I'm having a hell of a day. Give me a sec.
Ah, that's cool. I'm just riding on board the look back at the moment. Let's see how he does. I guess he's in sector 3 now. Coming up to turn 12, always forget my turns here. I think that was turn 12. Yeah, it was. Turn 13 he's at now, into the penultimate 2 corners. He's really wanting to try and get... Oh, he's in a bit deep in turn 15. Is he going to manage to get... Oh, he's just out. See, on board with Kieran Cons right now. Come on. Is he going to make it? 9th place. Oh, and Carl is retired just when he was in 11th. He must definitely not want to start on them softs, by the looks of things. So let's see. So at the moment, in the danger zone, we got Beckett, who is sitting in 10th place, and he ain't going out again. So if he gets took by Luke Beck, Milan, Bosworth or Marshall, who are all in the drop zone at the moment, he'll not get through to Q3, sorry. As you see, Rabs just went and put in a 128.9, fastest of all. So see, we're riding on board with Milan Massimo right now. He's got H. Bosworth just in front of him. Apparently he's went fastest in sector 1. Ooh, careful, and then if loss in the car there.
And Kieran is round at the exit of turn 2. What happened there, mate? Were you getting a little bit excitable as you are now?
Yeah, got the bottles a lot of times. They learn too much.
Got a driver just coming up behind you, mate. A Renault.
Oh,
yeah.
Just
wait, go now.
Gentle, mate. Just gentle on the throttle, mate. Really gentle. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't even have to go full power, mate.
Yeah, your tyres are roasting right now.
There you go. Just just take it easy. There you go. Right, so we'll just get back. We've got a few drivers on that. We've got Trismic popping in and out at the minute. And hopefully he'll keep himself in. We've got Gods coming around the final corner. Kieran, only Milan can upset your day. And he does.
Oh!
Goes fastest. Kieran is down to 11th. But not a bad place to start, mate. And you're definitely starting 11th. So I wouldn't be too disappointed with that one. I think we've only got
Some way to finish.
Yeah, on with it. So just wait here and either I would just either the tyre in the just turn the pits and then the tyre straight away, or just go to the line, whichever. As I'm just gonna wait for some of these. Just for Kieran, sorry, not some of these drivers, just for Kieran points, and then we'll get in to Q3. So we have now confirmed and lost our bottom 5 for this session, and we'll get on to the good old Q3.
Whoop whoop! Sorry, I'm in a bit of a weird mood right now. I don't know why, so don't ask.
So it's been a bit of a weird day. Should we just do the top 3? Top of this table is Milan Massimo, followed by Lee and Kieran's countryman of Rabbi. Third place is Tim, and the drivers we're losing from this session is Cons, Beckett, Carl, not Luke Beck, and I Marshall in 15th. So yeah, certainly a bit of a weird day today.
Yeah, I mean, expected Carl will be up there, but I think he retired a bit early, and it was just either he's not wanting to start on the softs, or he just thought he would be safe and getting through, unfortunately, which he wasn't.
Can I butt in here? It looks like he's really struggling with the track.
Who is, sorry?
Carl.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a Marmite track. There's we've probably been clearing now for all of this Q3 now.
I've seen him spin 3 or 4 times in Q2, and I think he just kind of had enough.
Well, you got to grips with it better than he did, obviously.
Yeah.
In the end, didn't actually see. Were you close from getting into Q3?
Yeah, I think I was 2/10.
Did you lose? Did you lose 2 tenths?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got 2 racing points there. We've got 2 Red Bulls in this session as well, and then everyone's a singleton after that. Then
Let's see. Yeah, he wasn't far off it, I don't think. Sorry, I was looking at Kieran's time there. Yeah, he was just about 1/4 of a second off, which is unfortunate. But yeah, on to the main shebang now. Crunch time. Well, the Saturday crunch time.
Crunch time. Wow. Tuesday early evening crunch time. Tuesday.
We'll go with that. So, who's everybody got their money on? We don't condone gambling or anything. Please gamble aware.
I would say either Tim or Rab.
I mean, I've seen Rue's been doing quite well as well, and Mr. BT.
Can I be honest? And Mr. BT as well. Can I be honest though?
What's that?
I'm not to sound horrible. I don't think he's going to get pole position, but I think H. Bosworth's got a good chance of getting on the second row for sure in this race. He seems to have quite good pace in qualifying, I've noticed. Got Mars stopped at the final corner there, turn 15. He's just his lap underway. He hasn't done his tyres any good though, guys. I don't think, holding himself there for 5 or 10 seconds.
No, I don't think so. I think it must have dropped about 10 degrees, but that could be an extra 3 times.
And he was very lucky there. I don't know if anyone else was watching. He must have been right on the limit there of getting in validation. Took that spot on at the exit of turn 2. Lock up for him though. Into turn 5 and now around turn 6, which is killing my nose. You've got to be patient as anything on the throttle. Through turn 6 and up towards turn 7 and down this long DRS straight on the Mistral straight and into the chicane in the middle of this, which I don't know about you guys, I really do not like this chicane.
Oh, I love it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's one of them ones you can hit it as quick as you could. It's such a late braking corner. I mean, there's barely any braking that you do for it, and you can take as much curb as possible to get in as close as you could and try and fling it around.
Go on, sir. Team Tim set his time with 27.8. Just go to that there because we are right at the heart of this qualifying session now. We've got Rabbi coming across the line, Gods across the line, also Owen Grover, crossing the line. Mars is the next man in the Renault, goes third fastest. And that's King, so he had his money, or not any money, on Rabbi for this race, for this qualifying session. Sorry, he goes for pole position, but he's in 4th place at the minute. So, not feeling too good for you at the minute.
See, I've noticed that about him, like, every, first lap, he's always, off the pace, but, coming to the last lap, he is really quick.
Yeah, he's one of them ones that, it's like he sandbags a wee bit at first.
Aye.
Maybe, potentially.
But I don't think it's Tim, because, that time is ridiculous.
He has done a very decent time there. He has definitely put a mark on this Q3 session. So yeah, sorry. I know they wouldn't be able to... What I'm about to say might be a bit controversial about that straight. I think it should just all be a straight. But they wouldn't be able to have DRS. Because you don't brake... actually, I don't know. Would it turn... that corner into a braking zone? I'm just going to tell you what number is. I've forgotten off the top of my head.
Turn 9?
Turn 10.
Ah, it's close. That's close.
Yeah, would turn 10.
I wouldn't think so. But then, mind you, the setups would change a wee bit, I would say.
I don't know, Kieran, what do you think? Chicane or no chicane?
It's a bit weird.
Saying that Judge Santi is cutting the chicane. There's no need for him to cut the chicane. I don't know why he's doing it.
If there wasn't a chicane, it would be a bit like the China straight, big long one.
I think it'd be
DRS
better than that, to be honest.
Yeah, DRS doesn't start to halfway kind of thing.
I just don't know if DRS would be. they'd have to make it somewhat tighter. I think Judd is going to have to have a chat with the steward here, as he's making his own track of his own here at the Paul Ricard circuit. I know it's mostly all tarmac and concrete, but maybe we stick between the white lines.
It's recommended. If you don't want to get penalties, and stay in between the white lines.
It's alright, obviously, if you're getting out of the way of other drivers and you want to get off track, especially down the escape roads, not a problem. But to get back to the pits a bit quicker, and of course, the other advantage is if you cut a load of corners, it takes a lot of tyre wear out, especially in Q2. So that is obviously another interesting one. Got a lap here with Rue at the moment on his first lap, so if he can put an interesting lap in.
Always do love this corner, turn 11.
I did have a quick flick through earlier, and I did have wait, give me a second.
We're using all the exit possible on turn 12 there. He was so close to invalidating his time there, he was just on the white line. So let's see, what time is he going to put in? Second! Oh!
It's so
4,000!
close between the 4 milliseconds, Lee.
Holy beep! So he... Oh, he's going to be a bit annoyed with that, but happy at the same time, I would imagine. That is...
I'm sure he will be happy about that.
That is quite close, to be honest. So we're just waiting on H. Bosworth to set his lap, who's on an out lap at the moment.
So second place for Rue. H. Bosworth is the only man not to set a time. So Lee, we haven't spoken about it for quite a few weeks, so should we have a little chat just quickly before we start our laps? Jenson Button Ward coming up towards the end of the season. I think there's definitely a few drivers now who are up for this award for this season, especially with their consistency of attendance as well.
Yeah, there's a fair few here that have been consistent throughout the whole season, and they've just got better and better. Some of them getting better results going through the season.
Yeah, I do have to give Tuesday a lot of credit for their attendance, and we've still got a lot of originals from, probably from race 1 to 3, probably about that gap, would you say, Lee? But,
oh yeah.
I know Milan, H. Bosworth, Tim's been there since Silverstone. I remember his first race. Rue was about the same time. I think he was Bahrain. He's been here ever since.
Yeah.
Got some of the other drivers have been, obviously Kieran. I don't know, when did you join, Kieran? I can't remember. Was it around Hungary time? Was it like round 4 or something like that?
Oh, I forgot I've got a cup of tea here.
Kieran's here. Is Kieran up?
No, he's parched one.
Kieran is not here. Anyway, yeah, I can't remember. Can you remember when Cons turned up?
I cannot remember. I think it's been there since pretty much the start.
It wasn't round 1, I remember that, but it was definitely 2 or 3, I think. Anyway, we'll get to H. Bosworth finishing the end of his lap, and his only lap goes at 6th fastest. I'm not a betting man, and you can see why, as I thought he might have got on the second round. I wasn't going to say, I thought he might have got the second place actually, but 6th, is definitely not too shabby from the Racing Point managers talking about consistency. H. Bosworth, he's been here almost every single race this season, as well as Judd, as well as Milan. So we really do like to see it, and a couple of others who have been knocked out already in this race. Phoenix is another one, Lee, I think. Ever since he joined us, he's been here pretty constant ever since. It's really nice to see him. We still can see some nice laps at the end of this, and Mr. BT left it too late. Into the pits he comes. Godge is to the line. Day's 5th fastest, and we've got Rabbi, who's not set a time. The only man to be setting a time now is Owen Grover with a 1:28.8 to beat. He's got a few tenths to get up to H. Bosworth and Rabbi's time, and some way to get up towards 5th place, Lee. So I'm pretty confident in saying that Tim looks like he's got this pole position there, I think.
Yeah, well, Tim and Rue have both retired, so they're happy.
They are pretty satisfied. I'm surprised that Rue didn't go out again for another lap, seeing as how close it was. But maybe he didn't think, maybe he was Charles Leclerc from last year. I'm not sure. I think it was like in Turkey, where he just did a lap and didn't bother doing a second because he knew he wasn't going to beat it. And I know it was definitely one race last year, but we'll see what Owen can do. 28.8 to beat 28.5. Slots right in between H. Bosworth and Rabbi for 7th place.
That's quite close between 6th and 8th.
So Kieran, just before you, if Kieran's back, just before you go, that Rabbi prediction as well as my H. Bosworth one wasn't very good.
Nah, I seen it there and Rabbi involved in his last lap, which was unfortunate.
So we're just waiting now, and that is the end. So we'll do the classification for Q3. So Tim on pole position by 4 milliseconds. I think, Lee, that could be the closest pole position margin we've had at LFR, I think. With Rue in 2nd place in the Red Bull with a 27.807 and an 803 for Tim. 3rd is Mars with a 128.077. 4th is Mr. BT 28.119. We've got Gods 128.162. There's the ice cream van. 6th place is H. Bosworth, a 28.505, a 28.527 for Owen. Rabbi is a 28.5, a 28.8 and a 29 dead for the final driver, which I think so.
Right, could I just ask, how the hell could you hear that? I could barely hear that. That's just
Kieran,
mad.
did you hear that?
Yes, it's every race. It's usually every Monday and Tuesday you hear them.
It is a classic. There it is again. We have got a bit of overcast, Kieran. Before you go, any hints on the weather?
I don't know if I want to give it away because it kind of ruin the stream.
Okay. So there's some rain. There's some rain. Thanks, Kieran. And the race. If you're starting in 11th, are you going to give away? Actually, quickly, are you going to give away your tyre to start the race?
I'm going mediums.
Going mediums, like cool. A lot of mediums in the top 10, I think. And we're just about seeing 3 second time. So good luck, Kieran, and we'll speak to you in a couple of points in the race, I think. So, Lee, as for everyone watching, they've got 2 perspectives of the start as well.
Yep. So a little bit of a briefy bonus for people.
Yeah, sorry, and bonus, no delay on the lights, thanks to Kieran for hosting the race, and hopefully you can, when he's here, he can host every other race for the rest of the season, so we won't have any more lag on the lights, fingers crossed. As we're just seeing Tim getting away. We'll have a look at these tyres then, Lee, shall we?
Yeah, I'm noticing everybody's on the mediums, except from 6th to 10th for Jesus sake, please. Just once. Just once, please.
As you see, as Lee says, from 6 to 10 is on the soft tyres. So Kieran has got a bit of a struggle ahead of him to try and get any places in the start. But actually, Kieran, is this your first start with no TC?
Yes, it's first start. I've done practice starts and I know how bad it is, and
I want to give you my secret, but I don't because everyone else can hear it. So sorry, I'll tell you for next week. But good luck, you're gonna need it. As we see,
sorry, my controller dropped.
Apologies for the language.
So sorry.
As we see, Trismic is in 16th on the soft tyres as well, and as Lee says, everyone else on the medium tyres. No hard tyres, none of those white banded tyres for the start of this race. But I'm presuming probably we'll see if there's any incidents at the start of the race, Lee, but I'm not sure if it's actually a very good race tyre. And the ice cream van doesn't want to give up with those 99s, does he?
No.
But fortunately, there's only 27 laps here. So, nothing to do with 99s around here today. We're getting Tim on the front row now, with Rue just alongside him. The Dutchman in the Red Bull. We're used to seeing that. We saw him win on Sunday afternoon. But we'll see if Tim can hold on to that first place. Mars is in third on the grid, and we're seeing all the other drivers form up. We've just seen Kieran form up as well, and all the other drivers towards the back. We're just waiting for the last remaining Haas driver. I'm just going to get ready and waiting for those lights. And here they come. We've got 4 lights and 5 lights. And we're away for Tuesday night racing at the French Grand Prix. And Tim has got a good start over everyone else. They're all side by side to turn. When there's a bit of switching on the straight, there's contact between a Ferrari and Gods. Gods has been spun round. This could be a safety car, Lee, as we're seeing some of the drivers having a bit of a squabble at the back. Kieran's hold on to his 11th place at the moment, maybe due to some drivers having a little incident. We see Judd going on the inside of Owens. Oh, we've still got a yellow flag, got the boards all switching up at the moment, so I do apologise for that. I think, as they're all getting back, I think Tim is still in the lead, followed closely by Rue. Mr. BT maybe sizing up an overtake on that Red Bull, and Gods falling down and down the field, and Owen is also down the field. I think he's got wing damage.
Battle between
and
the side and Carl.
Side through that corner, and round the outside goes Carl and makes the move at turn 9, and now he's going to have not Luke Beck for company. Is Owens. He's getting swallowed up by all sorts of different drivers, and not Luke Beck, who's looked like he had a little bit of trouble there with the old dirty air, and the other Ferrari driver who's in a Ferrari sandwich at the minute. And Phoenix is going to have a look as well. Not Luke Beck, he's looking to the inside of turn 12 as they're coming round turn 13. Now got eye marshal down. This is not a good day for the Williams. They are not going to be happy in the heart of Oxfordshire this tonight with Owens in the pits, and some of the drivers now moving up positions. Kieran is in the pits as well. Did you get wing damage?
Yeah, I got wing damage from a driver that lagged a little bit.
You've got some company around you anyway, Kieran, so you're not going to be alone. We'll get back to Kieran in a bit as we see Owen Grover coming out of the pit lane now. 1.1 seconds, Lee, separate the top 2, but he is holding on to his coattails at the minute. Rabbi is going to size up a move. Yellow flag in sector 2 with Phoenix moving down to the inside at turn 8. And Mr. BT looked like he went really deep there. And Rabbi has moved up a good few places on this first lap. On this first lap and a half, sorry.
Well, the biggest gainers at the moment are Styles and Bugs Bunny, both up 7 places, with Drismic up 6 places. And
and down the inside, Beckett at turn 10. The flat out turn 10 gets that move done with a big wiggle of the rear end there, and was able to keep it in shape. And Stylesley is looks like he's having a bit of a tough time of it out there. Mars is in the pits from second place. I don't think he was in second place, he just overtook a few guys coming down the pit lane entry, and Mr. Speedy's still in third. These top four, and H. Bosworth moved up a place up to fifth as well for him. Mars is tumbling down the order. We'll see where he comes out. Phoenix is down.
Milan's making a move on Styles, and he manages to get it done into turn 1.
Phoenix and Mars side by side through turn 1, and Phoenix gets the move done out on those tyres already, and had the advantage over Mars coming out the pit lane right away, of course, to Phoenix in that regard on usual occasion, and he takes that 15th position. Just looking at the back of the field here, Kieran, aka Cons, is up against Gods, and he's right out on the outside of the track there at turn 2. Gods is right on his gearbox. 1 second exactly separate the top two. Rue is on a charge now. Mr. BT and Rabbi are in hot pursuit lead. This could be a real good battle for the lead here between these top 4 drivers.
Yeah, I wouldn't count out H. Bosworth and Judge just yet. They're not that far behind also, but just out of DRS range.
Oh, sorry, God's down the inside on Kieran. Gets the move done. Kieran is now down in 19th and last. Yellow flag, sector 3. Not too sure what happened there. Maybe it was Phoenix. Did he get some wing damage? No, he didn't.
Yeah.
So I think he's got away with that. And escape Judge Santi has made a move as well, Lee, on the DRS straight. The start finish straight, and gets the move done before the braking zone. There is now a big attack. We've got Cons round again. No wing damage, but as we've said in the past, I think this back again for Kieran is going to be a bit of a test session. I think.
Seems like we've got our other co-commentator coming in.
Well, not just yet. Let's see if we can keep it. It's obviously quite a wide track, so it's quite hard to get yourself on the wall here, to be fair. And obviously said it is a bit of a practice session for Kieran, I think, just getting used to that. No TC 7 tensely, it's hotting up at the front. There's definitely been a bit of that spice thrown in at the front of the field, and you can see how hot it can really get with the top 3 really close together. And to be fair, it's 5 of them, and as you can see in the background with a great camera shot, you have Carl, who's moved up places. He's definitely got some better race pace here, moving up 6 places along with not Luke Beckley.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny's up 8 places at the moment.
He's in the points, and out is Carl. I just caught him going into the wall there. Virtual safety car is deployed. Just the commentator's curse once again. The H. Bosworth in the pits. He's taking the gamble. And the Mercedes in the pits as well. You saw the Mercedes crew coming out and in the pits. There comes the Mercedes, as we said. H. Bosworth. Now this could be a cracker move from H. Bosworth here, Lee, as he's gone on to the medium tyres. A new set with that silicon shine on the top of the tyre, just showing that it's a brand new set. Mars was also in the wall there. Kieran, you've moved up a place. What happened to Mars?
Just before the start of last lap, the last one, he came into the pits. So I don't know if he's had wing damage or not.
Well, he hasn't now. We obviously still got this VSC. Not anymore. And H. Bosworth is down to 11th on those new tyres. He's got a bit of fresh air ahead of him as well, Lee. So this might have been a good call from H. Bosworth.
Oh, Kieran. He's just got to drive through.
Stick with it, mate. As I said, Lee, H. Bosworth, has he made a great strategy call there, or not?
Possibly.
He was on the soft tyres, he was able to keep with them, but obviously those soft tyres were going to start falling off a cliff soon. Yellow flag! And Connors is round again.
Careful not to get DQ'd. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. It's back underway. Again, just be careful on that loud pedal. Kieran with the loss of traction. Rabbi's in the pits. Now that is not the greatest call from the Mercedes driver there. He was, I don't know if it came out a bit too late, but really he should have picked the lap before.
Yeah, it would be better.
H. Bosworth's coming down the start, finish straight, overtakes Rabbi, so that was a good call for a start, Lee. Sorry.
Well, now he's got his teammate coming up to him now, but now he's a big distance away up to now. Sorry.
My Marshall is on the offensive here. And Styles on the defence. I'm going to have to put up some defence here, Lee, seeing as he's looking like he's going to have a good run down the Michel straight, and goes really wide, gives him all the track to Styles, and he goes through in to 8th place, cuts in front of him before the braking zone. A clear cut and precise overtake there, and up 11 places is Bugs Bunny. He's making this work. He's driving for his life at the moment here, I think. With, after that quali ban, he's really trying to show his worth in Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I mean he's only about 1.2 seconds off of Beckett at the moment. Because I see Judge just went into the pits.
Yeah, he is in the pits, so he was on the soft, so he's now going to change on lap 7 to the mediums. He's going to lose. My guess is, Lee, he might come out in this train with like H. Bosworth at the, coming up to the back of it. Is he he's got a penalty to I'm not sure actually, that was a little glitch from me. They're all coming down the start finish now. Where's Judd? He's at the pit exit line now. He's getting on the power. He's got Trismet coming down the start finish. He's slotting in behind these drivers on the mediums. Are they going to be able to go to the end?
I don't think so. I think it's the hards do come into play quite a bit in this track, I would say. I mean, judging by the 6 laps they've done on the softs, I mean, no one is on the softs now. And
going back to these front 3, Lee. Sorry, 6 tenths between second and third. Owen Grover is out. Is that going to be a safety car? He's in a precarious position. Everyone slow down. Safety car deployed. Holmes, you have a chance, my friend. You're in the pits. What is it to be? Hard tyres? You're going to try and go to mediums to the end?
I'm going to go hard to the end.
He's the first man in the pit there. I say that actually, got some drivers just behind you, Kieran, and you're not going to get lapped, crucially.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully everybody comes in.
Yeah, well, they have.
Yeah, a few people are.
Everyone's coming in, and I think it would be a little bit silly if they didn't. Yeah, Kieran, you've got away. Make sure to not hit that safety car coming round turn 2.
Yeah, it's on the right hand side.
So yeah, everyone pretty much, Lee, is coming into the pits. Milan Massimo staying out on those medium tyres. We're looking at position changes at the moment. Go back to the tyres. 2-lap old tyres, soft tyres for Beckett. Was that? Oh, you see Milan coming down the start finish straight. And Beckett gets out ahead. Bugs Bunny is now down in 11th on those hard tyres. Looking really good for the McLaren driver. Obviously his teammate in the lead. And H. Bosworth now up to 4th lead. That might have been a great call from him. But he has probably got... it's going to be touch and go here with Harry trying to get that one stop to work. He's got this safety car to give him a bit of breathing space. Kieran is going to take a while to catch up to the pack. I don't think he's going to do it this lap. It's going to be next lap. So depending on where, he needs to be careful against Mr. BT, does H. Bosworth. It's a really, really good position for Racing Point at the moment, though.
I was so close to saying Force India there, and it's been about 3 blooming years.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't started saying Aston Martin yet. I can't wait until we can call them Aston Martin. Eventually, only a couple of months' time, I think.
Yeah,
about 6-7 weeks, yeah.
Ooh.
Not too long. But the week this league finishes that Friday. Well, it comes out early, doesn't it? It comes out on the Tuesday. So the day that this league finishes is the day when the pre-release comes out. So we did just get this done just in time when we started it, all the way back in January, Lee.
Yeah, it was totally unplanned, just perfectly timed, to be honest.
It was. So obviously some people are going to be itching to play their new game on the Tuesday, but we're going to have to ask them to just jump back on this for one last time that night. And I'm sure they'll be pretty happy to do it, to be honest, Lee.
Oh yeah, I would.
Like a final goodbye.
I would imagine so. Yeah, it's a sort of farewell to season 1.
And I think we can say that it's official. We will be doing season 2 on both Monday and Tuesday. There may be a slight change to format, seeing as me and Lee's commitments have somewhat changed since we're finally starting to open up properly now. Had a lot of free time on our hands, and not so much now. So there might be a little change. We might move to short quali. We're not sure yet, but we'll have a think about it. But there will be a season 2 for F1 2021 with all those new tracks that he's to play with in well, not straight away, of course, so about September time, and hopefully we'll be having those on the calendar towards the end of the season. So we will have Imola, Portimao, and what's the other one?
I've just had a brain fart.
Saudi Arabia, is it?
Oh yeah, that one's coming in about late, isn't it? I think.
Yes. So the calendar will technically be a random calendar, but I think that will be for everyone, where they will try and slot those 3 races in towards the end of the season, which I think is what we're going to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just a bit gutted that there's no Turkey, is there?
No, well, no, there's no Turkey race this year anyway.
It's always been one of my favourite tracks, to be honest.
I know it has. You do tell me quite a lot. Anyway, we still haven't had safety car in. Kieran still has not caught up to the pack. A few drivers actually haven't caught up to the pack. I'm not sure if they're doing this on purpose, which is sometimes quite a wise call. Just trying to see, as you saw Kieran there, right of shot, coming round turn 10 now when we're on board with Tim. Just caught him on the right hand side. Safety car in this lap. So Kieran can time that to perfection.
Tell you if it'll be nice and toasty.
And so just got to keep that tyre temp up. Safety car is now in. This was a late call from the race director as he's coming around the final corner now. And I'm sure he's going to hit that loud pedal on the exit, and he does. And he gets a good jump on Rue there. The 2 racing points both got away quite similarly. But H. Bosworth, I think for the team game here, I think as we see Cons has made a move on Mars. Mars has moved down a place. Phoenix up a position on those soft tyres. And coming under attack from Gods now, not having the greatest of races. Goes to the inside. Going to look for turn 3. Danny inside on Carl Strismick. Has lost a position to Beckett on those soft tyres. Once again, the only other driver on the soft tyre moving up some places. Mr. BT, 4/10, 3/10
Milan
behind.
Milan's making a move on Trismic here. They're side by side going into the chicane. Oh, Trismic just manages to keep the position. Is Milan going to have a go again? I think Milan's having a go again. I'm coming around turn 10. They're side by side again. The guy's just not willing to give up. But,
And we've got Bugs Bunny trying to get in this fight as well. got a good view. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there. This is looking like the real thing. Mercedes versus Red Bull. And Drismick still holding on to that position, but Bugs Bunny, Lee, on those hard tyres, seeming to make them work. And all 2 tenths between second and third, with obviously very little penalties that have occurred so far in this race, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of surprising. I was expecting some more.
I didn't as well, to be honest.
I think that's just me. I end up tending to get quite a lot sometimes.
Dodds has made a move. Phoenix lunges to the inside at turn 5 and doesn't get that move done. That was a bit of an optimistic move, and I could see Dodds was going to shut the door. 2 moves in simultaneous fashion. Beckett overtaking not Luke Beck. Milan overtaking Drismick. It's all going on yellow flags, and Mr. BT is out and down the field off the track. He wasn't out, he was out of the track limit and down in 8th place, and he's not going to be too happy about that. Rabbi is now up in 3rd place.
Sorry, Gods is making a move on Bugs Bunny around the outside, the turn 10. They're side by side going into turn 11. Also, they're still side by side. Bugs Bunny's got the inside line. Oh,
and they're still together, and nothing can separate them at the minute. And Gods has got that move done. Great racing between those two there, and good respect and commitment. Cons is up a place with his teammate, now down in 17th. There are some mistakes happening, and Marshall being overtaken by Phoenix, looking like a bit of an optimistic move there into the final corner. DRS for neither driver, actually, which is very, very strange. To the outside goes Marshall.
DRS just enabled.
Oh, sorry, DRS has just been enabled. So some of those moves being made without the aid of DRS. Good old-fashioned racing. Could we potentially see H. Bosworth's first podium?
Somebody's just got damage. I've seen now.
Drismick has fallen down. Drismick has left the session.
Oh no.
About that one. Cons 3-second time penalty, but is in 15th place, and Phoenix now going past. Drismick. Marshall going to have a look on Drismick, but they need to be careful, obviously, with an AI car floating around on the circuit. Cons and Mars are fighting for position. There's 4 of them all together now with that AI car of Drismick holding up the pack and trying to make a safe move, and they're all
Mars is sticking to the outside there.
And bustling, and Cons is now got Mars on his outside, and he's going to look for the inside for the final corner. Drismick in the pit lane. Drismick has joined.
Oh, what a move by Kieran! That was amazing. I
didn't catch that.
I just kind of caught a wee bit of it. I was riding on board with Mars there, and he got both Marshall and Mars around the outside of turn 15. So well done.
Moves being made in 10th place with McLaren's Bugs Bunny overtaking Gods for that 10th position. And, got a little bit of work to do now to make up any more places. And just lost the timing screens there. I do apologise. God's fighting back on Bugs Bunny though, so that 10th place has now been conceded to Gods once again. Mars and Cons side by side, and Cons had to back out on the inside of turn 8 and now lost a bit of ground up towards turn 10, and Gods is now conceded once again to Bugs Bunny, with Bugs Bunny in trouble with his battery situation. No gaps to show at the moment, with a little error. I don't know if Lee's got it as well.
Yep.
The timing screens, as we see these drivers behind H. Bosworth being quite patient in that 4th place. As I was just saying before, Lee, you see Harry's first podium?
I think he's not had one before.
I'm not sure. Oh, is it bad? Oh, sorry, Harry, if you have. Like, so many races, can't always remember. Should we have a look?
On it. You continue on for the time being, moment.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's Harry's, H. Bosworth's first, or may potentially be his first podium. Might have had another one somewhere. Maybe it was USA. USA springs to mind me, actually. That was the first thought I had. If he has any, it would have been USA, like round 5. Anyway, we'll get back to the action. We'll let Lee cover that for a second. Bugs Bunny is trying to cover off Gods for that 10th place. Once again, gets the move done. These two are not fighting, still fighting, and there's a bit of contact there. No damage, though. No damage done for Gods. We got away with that one. Probably got a warning for the contact.
You got a 4th in Hungary, but you got a 3rd in Russia just a few weeks ago. So yeah,
he did. So I do apologise. So his 2nd podium, but he is right up there fighting. As we said earlier about people progressing, I have to say Harry's been one of the biggest progressors from the start of the season, being in sort of the mid-pack and between probably 15th and 8th, I'd say, Lee, and now sort of fighting right at the top of the field now.
Yeah, he's just looking at the start, basically the stats there. The first 5 races, his highest position was 4th and lowest was 12th, but he just got better and better each race.
Just shows people's progression. Dressmaker's retired from the session. We're now down to 16 out of 19 in this race on lap 15. We are just over half distance in this race. Now, I have to say this, felt like it's gone really, really quick with Beckett. He's had an incident, he's been spun around. I'm not sure if there's damage. It looked like there were some things flying around, not too sure. We'll have to wait till he probably comes in shot. Yes, big damage for Beckett, and he was having such a good race. Bugs Bunny is now going to make up another position. He's going to move up to 9th place from 18th on the grid.
It's oh god, Gods and Bugs Bunny are battling out again. These two just won't leave each other alone. See Beckett taking wide line
positions. Yeah, Beckett is in the pits.
See,
and Phoenix accompanies him in there as well. They're going in together. First pit box is for Phoenix. Beckett's going to have to wait, obviously. Same amount of time. Looks like Beckett would probably get out just ahead. No time penalties to speak of to hold him up. Gods and Bugs Bunny again, Lee. And they're side by side again. This could be this is great racing between the two of them. And now Mars is wanting to get into the club to join the party. And I think it's party time between these three. Down towards turn 8, Lee.
Oh yeah, it seems like
Mars is going to have a go on Bugs Bunny. Is he going to have a double overtake here for Mars? He's going to go later on the brakes, but he wasn't close enough. And Bugs Bunny fighting around the outside. He has to give up the positions. He got the squeeze into turn 9, and now Mars is going to look on the attack for Gods. Bugs Bunny, to be fair, has got good pace, Lee, seeing as he's got sorry, I'm all my words up tonight. He's got, and Kieran trying to go for a move around the outside on I Marshall at turn 11. That was brave. Rabbi in
so
the
close.
pits. Off those medium tyres. H. Bosworth now moves up into
Kieran's
the
around.
podium position. Styles and Cons is round again. We'll just go back and we'll speak to Cons in a minute, but we're looking at Mars overtaking Dodds and Rabbi's coming out the pits now. He's going to look like he's going to come out around I Marshall is my guess. Is I Marshall's coming out now. There's Rabbi. There's Styles in the background. So he slots between those two. 10th place now for Bugs Bunny, as we said before. And he's really close to the back of these two still. So I wonder if that battle's still going to hot up. Tim Lee having a really good commanding race up front. With a 2.7 second lead. Kieran is in the pits again, still carrying on and trying to build his confidence. 1/10 separates Imartian and Rabbi, so that means there is definitely an overtake about to ensue, and it was already done before I finished talking. Up to 11th place is Rabbi.
Yeah, so he's managed to get out and using them fresh tyres and get that advantage there, and he seems to be pulling away quite well.
So everything is just calmed down
Hardy's
slightly.
in the pits.
H. Bosworth is in the pits, not going to go to the end, but I'm guessing we're going to see some softs come on now, Lee. Judge Santi follows him in also. They're going 2 by 2 at the moment. And these pit boxes are right next to each other, so this is a bit of a race. See what happens, and they're both coming out at identical points. Harry is going to keep moving down. He's going to come out with these drivers just coming out of the pits. Now there's Judd as well. Ooh, and Styles goes on the defensive there. Did not want to lose that position. Medium tyres for H. Bosworth. I didn't know if he meant that.
I think it was more wiser to go on the mediums, just so you could push.
Harry is really getting his elbows out and trying to pull off Styles, and he's got that run now with that DRS. That is going to be an easy move, if I say so myself. He's got I Marshall ahead of him now, a few seconds. I'm not sure where Harry's going to come into this race.
And was Judge Santi just got the place on Styles also? Honestly, I'm having like brain farts all the time now.
It's just been one of those days, mate. Judge Santi is up to 12th with these two drivers ahead of him within serious touching distance. Milan Massimo now dives into the pits, mediums or softs for this driver. Not too sure what he started on. He might have started on the softs. He's going to the mediums, so he obviously started on the soft tyre, and so he's able to go on the mediums. So these drivers feel a bit more comfortable on that middle of the range. Milan's moving down and looking like he's going to come out comfortably in 13th place, just getting to the pit exit line now, with Beckett coming around the final corner, and Judge Santi goes through on Harry Bosworth and takes that 10th place.
Ooh, Bugs Bunny just taking him.
Sorry, Bugs Bunny and Rabbi are still fighting together. Bugs Bunny went all the way to the inside there and was half off the track. So I think that was a very overly aggressive defence.
Sorry, we've seen H. Bosworth just made the move on I Marshall. That's Bosworth up to 10th. I must have missed that. Judge Santi getting the move on H. Bosworth. I'm just noticing that there.
So,
move on. I hate it.
Sorry, I've had a long day. I was going to tell everyone what happened to me today, but I did leave it. But I definitely had a weird day.
Bunny into the pits now.
And yeah, oh, that's strange. I didn't expect that. So he's throwing the dice on that bad boy and trying to put some soft tyres on. I say that he's not rolling the dice at all. He's having a front wing change. So that's such a shame for Bugs Bunny, because He's probably going to go down to 14th now, maybe behind Phoenix as well. He's just came out of the pits now. Yeah, Phoenix has gone through as well. And, he's just come out in 15th place, but on those soft tyres, and looking to make up some serious ground there.
Oh yeah, getting a few comments in. Drismic's not happy with the servers.
Playing up, are they?
Yeah, you've seen the battle between Rabbit and Gods right now. The two are near enough side by side at turn 11 there. Turn 12, he's still right on God's gearbox there. Oh, Gods is in the pits. Oh, 5-second penalty for
that's just made it just that little bit worse. Rabbi up to 6th place. All these drivers at the front are on those medium tyres. Looks like Harry is going to look to the inside at turn 1. He does on Judge Santi. Judge Santi brakes a little bit later. Really ballsy on the brakes there from Judge Santi and keeps that position. God's obviously having a front wing. I think that was a front wing. I'm not too sure actually. Maybe it wasn't. But he's moving. Maybe it was actually, just from where he's falling down to. Bugs Bunny. These two are going to be side by side into turn 1. By the looks of things, they are going to be side by side into turn 1. And Gods was just that little bit ahead of him and was able to hold on to that position. These two are probably going to be fighting together now, Lee. Would be my guess. Same battery, same tyres, one lap between the two of them. All to play for, but for no points as it stands.
This is for pride. Right now.
This is just some pride on the line between the two of them. And Bugs Bunny does have DRS, and he is using overtake. He's giving it little spurts of the overtake button. He gets right under the rear wing of that Williams. And, really checking out that Safina sponsor and, in all its limited detail. And he's going to have a go here into turn 10. He's going to look to the outside. These two have been fighting for a lot of this race, and they're going again. He looks to the inside now. He's switching and changing, trying to get some, maybe get a dummy in there, and wasn't able to get that move done, Lee. But I'm sure they're going to have another go into turn 1. Phoenix is just behind Beckett, but it's all quiet at the top of the field, Lee. Top 3 have been the same for a while and quite comfortably separated between them. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it, mate.
It's alright, I've been up since 5:30, so I'm starting to feel it a little bit now.
Jeez, how far?
And so we're seeing H. Bosworth 5/10 behind Judge Santi now.
Phoenix is making a move on Beckett down the straight with the help of DRS. That rear wing open like the jaws of a shark, but is it going to help him going to turn 9? Yep, he manages to get that move done, but Beckett's on the offensive again, around the outside for 10.
Oh,
he's sticking
together.
He's sticking it.
There's a little bit of a twitch there around the turn 10. And also side by side, another little twitch. There is definitely elbows out between these two. Alpha versus Ferrari. I think Phoenix let him through there. I think that was a bit of sportsmanship there, Lee.
Yeah.
I felt like that move was done. I don't think he really had to give the place back, to be honest. I wouldn't have. But my Tuesday night teammate was sporting enough to get that done. Gods is going to try and get in this battle. It's Williams versus Ferrari versus Alfa Romeo for non-points position. I say that. The Woking team is in the fight for this, and they're going side by side through turn 1. Beckett on the defensive, takes it to the inside for 2. He's going to have the outside for turn 3. Now is he going to have a lunge? Phoenix, oh, and Bugs Bunny goes for the lunge. What a move, or what a partial move, and he goes around the outside at turn 5. And still not got it done in Phoenix. It's Tokyo Drifting, keeps it on the road with the huge runoff area here at Paul Ricard, and he lives to fight another day. But he's got going to be able to get past Bugs Bunny here. He's going to have to go around the outside. He's going to have to go the long way round. Later on, the brakes may have the inside for the next corner. Big corner cut there from Bugs Bunny. That's going to be a warning. And he's got a really good exit out of turn 9 towards turn 10. There's a bit of contact between the two of them. And Gods was trying to give him a bit of a squeeze. He's going to look for the lunge at turn 11. He does look for the lunge at turn 11. He's really trying to hold his nose in there. And this is great racing, I think, at Paul Ricard. This has been really, really enjoyable, Lee.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is, it's not for any points.
It isn't for any points, but they're all fighting.
The Rhinos
for the win, to the lunge again, and just trying to put Bugs Bunny off, but he holds his nerve and takes a reasonable 9. He's got DRS as well, off Beckett. Beckett is just cruising along on his own at the moment, with these 3 drivers behind. God's looking in the best position with the battery situation. He's going to know that those 2 ahead of quite lock up for Gods, and he's struggling with Bugs Bunny, really struggling himself actually, and God's struggling just behind him, just trying to. And there's a bit of a twitch there from Beckett. That's going to cost him. That might cost him valuably. There might be 3 abreast into this next corner, Lee. It looks like it is going to be 3 abreast into this next corner, and going to look for a move at turn 8. And the 2 of them go side by side. Beckett is left to potentially pick up the pieces now on the exit. And Phoenix is looking like he's going to be able to fight back into this race. He's using all the overtake he has left, 5% he has left, battery remaining. And great battle in between these 4 drivers. We're on lap 25 now, as the front drivers, 1.4 seconds, Lee, actually separates the top 2. Rue is on a charge at the end of this race to try and get the win back.
Is it going to be too little too late though?
Well, we don't know. You're going to still have 2 more laps when they cross the line. 1.4 seconds. And just really see that Rue is pushing. He's 1.3, and he's so close into that DRS window. He's just going to have to give it everything he's got, Lee.
Oh yeah, it's one of these now or never type of moments. He's just got to go balls to the wall and hope to stick. Sorry for stealing your quote. Oh, as you see, Milan's made a move on Marshall.
The 9th place, he's doubled his points tally. We've got to talk about Lee quickly. Driver of the day for you at the minute?
I'm stuck, to be honest. I mean, I've seen some great racing from pretty much everybody out there today. Oh! Gods!
Yellow flag.
Gods!
Gods is out of this race. And that's crucial. That might be a VST at the end of this race. 1.1 seconds separate the top 2. If Rue can get all these corners sorted out towards the end of this race, towards the start of sector 2, sorry, doing a bit of a Murrayism there with 1.4 now, and he's struggling on these tyres. These hards are going to really start feeling the wear now. 5 tenths between Bugs Bunny. Talking about driver of the day, Lee, I know he's obviously had a front wing change somewhere, but Bugs Bunny has definitely given us some really good racing to watch today.
Oh yeah, I would say.
Talking about Bugs Bunny, he's going to have to give us some more good racing to watch. Sorry to cut you off, Lee. Round the outside goes Beckett's. Bugs Bunny going to try and hold position. Round the outside of turn 2, keeps the position, moves himself up into 12th place. No points. Phoenix. He's getting this battle as well, Lee. These 3 drivers are still fighting for no points.
Yeah, it's I mean, they're laying it all on the line right now, just not giving in. Not giving in. Sorry, that song just popped into my head.
Don't get us done for copyright, Lee. As we're looking, Beckett might be having a look to go past Bugs Bunny for that 12th position. He said no points. Some of these drivers have got pens though, and Beckett isn't one of them, so he's in the best position between these three fighting for 12th place. 1.1 on the final lap, Lee. Rue is giving it everything he's got now, and this would be some finish to a race if he could snatch that lead on the final but most crucial lap of this whole evening.
Yeah. Oh, just out
he's just
of
lost out some time. He doesn't get good traction out of turn 6 and 7. He really struggles. Not Luke Beck. He's fighting with his Renault, actually, Lee. They would be team of the day for me at the moment.
Oh yeah, I mean, they've done quite exceptional. They're exceptional. Jesus. Can't even get
We'll go back, Lee, sorry, just because we've been watching it for quite a while, and they have given us a lot of good watch. Oh, and Phoenix trying anything he's got. H. Bosworth and Judd Santi are fighting on the last lap, side by side through the chicane on the Michel straight onto the second part of the straight now, and Harry is going to have the inside over Judd, and he gets looks like they're going to go side by side again through turn 10, and there's contact between the two of them, and these two have been racing all season long together. Judd has got that penalty. I don't think Judd should have been fighting that hard. Sorry, we've gone back. Tim wins the French Grand Prix with Roux coming home in second, trying to catch up towards the end. Mr. BT comes home in third. We're just going to watch his final drivers now come across the line. Lee Mars is going to come home in fourth, fifth for not Luke Beck. Well, he might not be. Penalties, he does come fifth, sixth, seventh. But Bosworth is going to move up a couple of places, maybe one. He's across the line, 7th place for H. Bosworth, 9th for Milan. I. Marshall is coming across the line in Williams. And he comes home in 10th place, 11th place for Styles. I think his first race on Tuesday. From the back of the grid, no points, but a great race. And for me, Lee, driver of the day goes to Bugs Bunny, even though it was only 12th place.
Yeah, I mean...
Did have an exceptional side-by-side race today.
Oh yeah, it's one of them. And there we go. Cody's confirms it.
Cody's does confirm it. So there we go. Driver of the day, and Tim wins. And I'm not sure, we'll just check in a second if he got fastest lap as well, because that was 26 point dent into Bugs Bunny, but no point given for Bugs Bunny now, obviously not inside the top 10. But a 25 point chunk out of Dark Stompers lead, is that going to do anything for the championship? We will still have to wait and see. We've still got a while to go as we're on round 17, round 18 next week, Mexico. We had Mexico last night. I'll be honest, I don't know the result. I had a shocker and I've been a bit busy. But go check that out anyway. We did have a bit of carnage at turn 2, which I did watch back. But anyway, we'll get to the finishing results. Tim in first place, Roux in second, Mr. BT in third, fourth, Mars, not Luke Beck is fifth, sixth is Rabbi, seventh is H. Bosworth, Just Santi is in eighth, ninth is Milan Messina, I. Marshall is 10th, 11th is Styles, Bugs Bunny is 12th, 13th is Phoenix, 14th was Beckett, and I think Collins came in last place. So, Kieran, how did you find your first race with no TC?
Yeah, it was good. It was just a few spins every now and again, just stupidness really. But felt good, nice blades up overtake.
So, as we started a little late, I was going to plan to do interviews tonight, but we did start about 20 minutes late. So, we won't have any interviews tonight. We'll go back to that next week. So next week is Mexico. And for the one and only second time this season, next week, we're going back to Spain for the second time, Lee. Pre-season race.
Oh yeah.
Seems like a hell of a long time ago now. I still haven't forgotten what happened to me at turn 3 though.
You almost took me out of the game. Like, not out of the race, just out of the game completely.
Did I send you to Narnia almost?
Almost to the Shadow Realm. Luckily enough, you just like went right across in front of me when you'd done a Grumman Grosjean pretty much.
I did almost.
I was like, whoa!
Well, anyway, we will leave it there. Thanks for watching this French Grand Prix with me and Lee on both channels. We may keep both of them up just so you guys can see two different perspectives. It's probably only a 1 week. My internet didn't fail, Lee.
Woo!
There we go. So, anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe to the videos. And yeah, we'll see you next Monday for Monday Night Racing with Limitless Racing said in Spain, Circuit to Barcelona to Catalonia, and Mexico for Tuesday with me and Lee. But anyway, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Lee and Kieran.